Hello and welcome to Driven by Tarrant. My name's Ben and behind me is a mini sidewalk that's been sat in my garage for around 5 months. The reason why is because it's caused me headache and misery. From start to finish when I bought this car, it's been nothing but money piled into it. I've had a fine from the DVLA. I had an LPG kit fitted. I had no clue what to do with, but finally, with those little bits sorted, which I'll run through next, we've got it booked in for a pre-MOT, see what it needs to get through one, and hopefully can get it off my driveway. So I'll give you a quick walk around of the Mini, the problems I've had since owning it, and just a couple of bits I need to do now. So really cosmetically, the Mini's not too bad. We've got a few dents. So we've got one on the bottom of the door here. I don't know if you can see it because it's black. Other than that, there is a couple dents on the back here. I'm probably going to have a go of a dental, maybe just to get that out. But it is what it is for the age of the car. So really what you want to know is the car turned up with no wing mirrors, which I'll pin a picture now. You can see it on the back of the recovery truck. So it came with no wing mirrors and it comes with some awful yellow stripes on it. Now, for a sidewalk, I know they're supposed to be on there and you'll probably hate me for taking them off, but I think the car looks 10 times better without it. Other than that, it was smoking from the engine bay. The power steering pipes were leaking and it leaked onto the power steering pump, which caused all the switches to burn out. So I've replaced that already, just put a second-hand one on there. And then kind of the main thing was the LPG conversion kit it had on there. When it turned up, I didn't know what contraption was fitted on there. Found out what it was, phoned a local LPG garage, and they told me they could take it out for £180, which I was quite happy with. So really what remains is these. I presume where the pipes went in, they went into the inlet, which he's just blanked off with some screws. Now, I don't know if there's actually a professional way of doing it, but that's what we're left with. And really the only remains left is on the back bumper, which is this, which I presume you would obviously have a key for it, fill up your LPG, goes through to a tank underneath. The tank has now been taken out, so that's what's left. I'm not replacing the bumper for the fact of that. It's just going to cost too much as there's nothing really left in the car. I've replaced the seals on the back because they go hard and rot, which leaks through water, which has caused the boot not to open. So eBay job, I think, to get a new boot switch. Inside of the car, I really like it. The sidewalk model comes with the leather seats, the matching steering wheel and badge. It's quite a smart motor for its age. Oh, as you can see, the door handles come off over there. Need to put that back on. Then we obviously, it's convertible. The roof works really nicely. I'm actually going to show you. So it looks really smart without it on. Should probably do a nicer shot of it coming down, but yeah, I like it. On a hot summer's day, driving this little bad boy around, it's quite smart. You've obviously got the sidewalk alloys as well on there, which are pretty curbed, but it is what it is. It's an 07 plate. I'll probably talk about, it's got full service history. It's done 89,000 miles. And yeah, you don't see really many around with that mileage. Unless you're talking £4,000 or £5,000 car, but yeah, I'm quite happy with it. It's just caused me a lot of money and pain. I'm going to put it in for a pre-MOT. The reason why I'm doing a pre-MOT is just really to see how much it's going to cost to get it through one. Once I've got the MOT on it, I'll get it cleaned up and get it sold really. So I thought I'd just address why I've been fined from the DVLA. So when I bought the car off Copart, obviously it goes into motor trade. And because of that hassles I had with the car and it went in the garage, I thought, do you know what, fuck it, for the money that I paid for it, I'll keep it. Just as a bit of a project, bit of a mess around car on the weekends. So I sent off the logbook in my name. When it came back about a week later, I got a letter saying immediate action, please Sawn. And I thought, I chucked it on the paperwork pile and I thought I'd do that next week, or I'd do it when I have 5 minutes. Did I do it? No, I didn't. So about a week and a half later, 2 weeks, they sent me a fine of £365. That's a year's tax plus £30. I was quite shocked because I've had cars before that sat around not sawn or taxed. I've never had a fine. So I was quite surprised it came through. I phoned them. I have two options. I object it or I pay it. If I eject it and it fails, a waste of money. So they've got you over a barrel. So I'm going to just have to pay it, try and recoup it somewhere. It's not going to be out of this car because there's no fucking money left. So lesson to be learned, sawn your car or tax it. Otherwise you're going to be hit with a fine. And I think they're cracking down on it quite hard. So if you've got something on the drive, do the right thing. Tax it or sawn it. Don't be a me and get fined half of what the fucking car's worth, because it's just put a thorn in my side. But I've paid it, so we'll put it to the back of the pile and try and recoup it somewhere else. But yeah, lesson to be learned, and we move on. So the time has come to take the mini sidewalk for a pre-MOT. The reason I'm doing the pre-MOT is just to see how much it's actually going to cost me to get it through one, because if it's going to be ridiculous amounts like arms and pads and tires, I mean, I've had a look over tires, look alright, but if it's going to be a copious amounts, there's just no point in carrying on with the project. So we're going to go there now, and I'll let you know when I pick it up. Wish me luck. So just picked the money up from its pre-MOT. Garage has told me it needs front disc and pads, rear disc and pads, along with 2 front tyres and some bulbs, which, to be quite honest, isn't horrific. I can source the pads, disc and pads online, a couple of part worn tyres. Don't really like part worn, but for this car, it's gonna have to be, and some bulbs. We'll figure out which bulbs it needs. They quoted me £613 to get it done. Be no money left in the car, so there's no point. So yeah, let's get the disc and pads done. Let's figure out what bulbs, put the tyres on, and yeah, hopefully get it done. So I'm not going to bore you too much, but this is me getting the rear disc and pads done on the Mini. I'm no mechanic, and you can see I have somebody that steps in and helps here and there, but we had to get our hands dirty to be able to keep some money in this car. With what I was quoted from the pre-MOT, I had to get out there and get it done. They're quite simple on an 07 plate. It's the luxury of having a older car, so it's really as simple as getting the pins out of the pads, taking the 2 sliders out the back, removing the caliper, taking the old pads out, using a caliper wind back tool just to wind the caliper the whole way back to be able to get the new pads in, taking the disc off. You haven't got to take the carrier off, which you do on the front, so it's a bit of a luxury. It's just one bolt, take the disc off, put the new disc on, bolt that back in, put your new pads in, put the caliper back down, put your sliders in, but before that, make sure you give them a good clean off, give them some copper grease the edge of the pads so they don't squeak, and really just get everything tightened back up. Give the disc a nice clean off with a bit of brake cleaner so there's no debris on there. And then, yeah, pop the wheel back on. So I was quite happy with how simple it was. It took me around 3 hours in the driveway to do it. Obviously, we lost a ratchet for 10 minutes. So things always take longer while working in a driveway. But just enjoy the rest of it. And if you noticed at the start, I had my boxers on back to front. So, yeah, have a good laugh at that. But, yeah, enjoy the rest. I know what you're going to say. I'm sat in the car again recording. I don't have a huge amount of space. The garage is just being done. I've just cleared it out, started to paint it. So we're going to move from the driveway to the garage at some point. So give me a break. But yeah, end of part one. We've done the disc and pads on the car all round. The bulbs that needed replacing for the MOT were just reverse lights. So we've done them. It's ready to roll. It's booked in for Wednesday. We are now Sunday. So I'm going to put out part one today, just to give me some time to reflect, as it's my first time editing, my first ever YouTube channel. Never really been on camera before, so it was always difficult. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. Once again, cheers guys.